Guys, today I changed the divisions in Madden yet again. So now the divisions are a little weird. It's based on how good the quarterbacks are for that said division. So, for example, we have the best quarterback in the league, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, right? So that's kind of how it's ranked up. So these are based on NFL.com rankings. I'm not basing this on my own personal opinion. So don't come at me and scream at me and say, oh, Lamar Jackson is nowhere close to the top 5. Whatever. Or you might think he's the best quarterback in the league. I don't know. But this is based on NFL.com rankings. So the Bears, you got Fields, you got Herbo, you got Anthony Richardson, and you got Geno Smith. You got Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Sam Howell, and Aaron Rodgers. Now, Aaron Rodgers, I was thinking about putting him in the better division, but he's coming off an injured season, so I don't want to, completely destroy the guy. We have Danny Dimes, Bryce Young, Bailey Zappi, or Mac Jones. I'm thinking this game would be Mac Jones. And I'm thinking it's going to be Kenny Pickett. Deshaun Watson, or Joe Flacco. Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence, and then Jordan Love. We have Desmond Ridder. We have Aiden O'Connell, but I think Jimmy G is healthy, so it'll be Jimmy G. We have Derek Carr, and then we have Will Levis, but I think Ryan Tannehill is healthy, so it'll be Ryan Tannehill. Dak Prescott, Tua Tagovailoa. We have Jalen Hurts, and we have C.J. Stroud. And then we have Brock Purdy. We have Jared Goff. We have Matthew Stafford, and we have Kirko. So those are the new divisions and how they're set up. So let's see what ends up happening. So after the first week now, because this is the first year and this is based on the schedule of this year, in general, this first year we're not going to be playing our division twice every single time. So we're going to be playing the normal AFC North twice, but not the said division I set up for us. You won't see us playing them twice until next year. Next year is when they can actually change the schedules. I could just change the schedules here, but I wanted the first year when I do these to be as unedited as possible, meaning it's just what the teams would be like if they were in those said divisions with the realistic schedule. So Ravens went 1-0. Now they play the Bengals. We'll see how this ends up going. Come on. Last time I think I did this, the Ravens were an amazing team. They were one of the best teams, but the problem was that the Chiefs were the dominant team. And so far, that might continue to be a thing. Alright, so sorry about that cut, guys. Madden crashed on me. Not sure why, but yeah. So whenever I do these videos, it is... doing mods on Madden, and especially on PC, is so annoying / difficult, because sometimes the game wants to work, sometimes the game doesn't want to work. For example, I'm running a 1300 watt power supply, a 14900K, a 4090, 128 gigabytes of RAM at 6400, and for some reason, my game can still crash on me when I'm running mods. So in case you're wondering, what if your system can run it, any system can really run mods on Madden, but even with the best system, I have the best system money can buy, and I still have problems with it sometimes crashing. But let's go ahead and keep going here. So advancing to the next week here, this is going to be week 7. We're 4-3. The Chiefs are 7-0. Why are the Bengals 2-4, man? Why do the Bengals suck? Why do the Bengals suck? This division's going to be more annoying. Because I'm a Bengals fan. You guys do not know. I do love the Bengals. And I hate the Chiefs. And the Chiefs right now are the most dominant team in the league. Apparently, we just put them in the toughest division possible. And they're just absolutely dominating the toughest division possible like it's nothing. 9-0. If the Chiefs go undefeated, man, I don't even know what to say at this point. Oh, they lost. The Chiefs finally lost here. That's somewhat of a plus, I guess. We don't have to worry about the Chiefs going undefeated. But they're still 10-1. They're still going to win the conference no matter what. But the question is the Ravens going to be able to win the conference? Because right now, they're on the fringe. They're on the fringe of 8-5, second in the division. But again, I don't know how the rest of the divisions are stacking up right now. 8-6. Ooh, the Bengals made a little bit of a comeback. They were 3-6 at one point. They won 8 straight. Mark that down as 9 straight. Oh, not 9 straight. Sorry, 6 straight they won. So they're coming back, potentially going to the playoffs here, Bengals wise, and the Ravens might be going home. This division, 15-1. If the Chiefs did not lose earlier this year, they could have been 1,000%. That is crazy. They could have easily been 16-0, but they went 15-2. All right, so Chiefs made the playoffs. The Bengals made the playoffs. We made the playoffs, and the Bills. Everyone from our division made the playoffs. How is that even possible? 8 and 9 made the play. How bad was the divisions? All right, so AFC North, yeah, this was us. Shout out to the Chiefs. AFC South, 5 and 12, 8 and 9, 8 and 9. So these teams barely missed. They barely got beat out by the Bills. Holy crap. 7 and 10 Jets made the playoffs. Yeah, okay. Panthers made the playoffs. We play them now. Based on quarterback play, this is not surprising. And wait, what? How did they both win the conference? Oh, is it because the first? Never mind. Well, the Z means they won the conference, so this doesn't really make sense. No, wait. Only the first team gets a bye week. So how is that possible? How did they both win the conference? You're the same division, and they somehow both won the conference. I think I broke Madden. I think I honestly broke Madden. Because for some reason, 2 teams in the same division won the conference. In the same conference. Alright, so Lamar Jackson, under his new situation, 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Didn't have the phenomenal year. Gonna guess that the MVP was most definitely Patrick Mahomes. As, yeah, kind of put on, like, the craziest show possible. How good was his year? Like, was it that good? Oh lordy. 47 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 5,100 yards. He makes real life and Madden suck. I swear. He makes both real life and Madden suck. Because, like, there's just no comparing to him, man. Like, he had 1,000 more yards. 1,000 more yards than the second best quarterback, and 12 more touchdowns and 5 less interceptions. And he's in arguably the toughest division in football right now. He's arguably the toughest division in football, and he absolutely destroyed every single opponent he played against. And he's 15-2 now. So there is like no ifs and buts about that, man. Mahomes is, he's a different breed. He is a different breed, to say the least. All right, let's just see how this goes. Come on. No more of that crap. All right, 3-0. See, the Panthers should not be in the playoffs. This is like, with these divisions set up the way they are, this is putting teams in the playoffs that really should not be in the playoffs. Like, the Panthers have no right being in the playoffs here. So the Ravens should easily destroy them. Okay, the Ravens, if it wasn't for a tough division, I feel like they would easily be in the playoffs as well. Well, sorry, they'd be easily better in the playoffs, but obviously tough division. All right, so wild card round, Lamar Jackson won. Let's skip forward to the next round here, divisional. I have it set up so the CPU does and handles everything pretty much. This way that the team doesn't, like, fall apart if I'm not, like, doing certain things. We now play the 7-10 Jets. How? I just wanted to show that to. Anyway, how did the Jets win? So the Bills beat the Chargers. The Miami Dolphins beat the 49ers. We obviously won. Falcons beat the Texans. The Jets beat the Bengals. And Philly beat Green Bay. The Jets beat the Bengals. I guess that's not too crazy because the Bengals were also 9-8. Yeah, I guess that's not like too insanely crazy. So Cowboys, Dolphins, Falcons, Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, and Jets, Ravens. So we got a little lucky here then, because we don't have to play the Chiefs. So we get to play an easier team and not have to play the Chiefs. So that's actually somewhat on the very lucky side we got. And apparently it's snowing right outside of MetLife Stadium here. Okay, maybe it's snowing inside. For some reason in my brain I thought MetLife was a dome. And my brain said like, yeah, MetLife is a dome. Don't worry, man. That's 100% what it is. It's not a dome. But what is a dome is Aaron Rodgers choking away this victory. Dang, bro. Every time they get a chance, they absolutely fluff it away. Okay, Rodgers has a chance, and wow. Okay. That was actually a good game in the end. That was actually a good game in the end. See, we got that this year. We got that taken away from us. A chance to see Rodgers versus Lamar in the playoffs. That sucks. Because that was, what? We went to double, triple overtime pretty much. And now we play the Chiefs. Rematch. Rematch of real life here. Real life right here. But no, I mean, that was back and forth. That was like overtime. They both scored a touchdown. They went back and forth and finally kicked a field goal. Great freaking game right there. All right, 15-2 Chiefs. This time it's in Arrowhead. In real life, it was in Baltimore. So let's see how this ends up going. Ravens can't get a touchdown. Chiefs cannot score. 7-0. Ravens up 14-0, 14-7. Is Patty Mahomes going to go home? 21-17 is actually a really good game. 28. Oh, and the Ravens won. The Ravens are headed to the Super Bowl, man. They took down the 15-2 Chiefs. Talk about a unexpected situation right there. Shout out to the Ravens for getting the job done. Now they get to play against the... Let's see who the... Cowboys. Okay. It's actually not that surprising, to be honest. Cowboys probably was going to be the team that made it. I'm not going to be surprised if Cowboys make it every single year in this franchise. Let me actually take away this. There we go. And let's go ahead and get right into this now. Super Bowl time. Just realizing that we have to watch the Chiefs play the Chiefs play the 49ers next week in the Super Bowl. That's going to be horrendous. I'm not looking forward to watching a Chiefs Super Bowl again. Am I a Chiefs hater? Absolutely. I don't want to watch them in the Super Bowl. They're annoying. They're not fun to watch. They're very... Especially this team. Usually Patrick Mahomes is a little crazy, don't get me wrong. Usually he can get a little insane. But I feel like this year, especially with their offense, the offense is so basic and so boring. It's not like when they had Hill out there. It's not like when they had... Obviously they have Kelsey. But their receivers can't catch a cold. Like, it's just a mess. Isaiah Pacheco is making the game so much slower, and it's not as fast-paced, so I feel like my attention span just goes out the window. At least Lamar is fun to watch. But he's also fun to lose, apparently. All right, let's go. Cowboys up 7-0. Ravens 7-3. 10-7. Okay, Ravens got something going here. I'm telling you real fast, though, the Ravens had made every single game in the playoffs actually very enjoyable to watch. Except for this game. Except for this game. As I say that, they did not make that game enjoyable to watch at the end. The first half, they were great. The second half, they just fell apart in every way possible. That second half was actually pretty freaking horrendous. That first half had me. You had me in the first half. Just the second half, I wasn't really there anymore. Now, last time we did a video like this, right, where we changed the divisions, it ended up being the second year was the most surprising possible. Like, things that wouldn't make sense happened. So, let's see what the second year looks like, guys. I'll be right back. So I simmed to the playoffs, and the Chiefs went 8-9. They kind of sucked. The Bengals won the division at 13-4. Bills 10-7. Ravens 10-7. And again, like I said, Chiefs win 8-9. And just to show you this, I have to do this every single time I make a video like this because there are people on YouTube who do cheat and just force, win or lose certain games. No, I did not do that. I always do this every single video just for purpose's sake. I know you guys know I don't do that, but I just like to do it. I like to show. Anyway, though, so let's talk about this because this divisions was weird because the AFC North, obviously, as you saw before, 13-4, 10-7, 10-7, and the Chiefs are 8-9. So after going to the AFC Championship game last year and 15-2, they actually missed the playoffs. The AFC South was 10-7, 10-7, 9-8, and 7-10. Broncos led the AFC East. Still a pretty good division. I feel like all the teams this second year are better than the first year. NFC North, okay, 4-13. We haven't seen a team yet go 0 wins, which I do kind of find amazing, and I feel like there should be a team that goes 0 wins. Cowboys won the Super Bowl, and then they go 9-8. Interesting. 5-12, so a little bit different, right? Things changing up a tad bit here. Let's go ahead and look at the playoff brackets, and this is what we got going on to this season. So going into these playoffs, I mean, so we have 3-6, 49ers, Cowboys, Jags, Dolphins, Raiders, Packers. We have Giants versus the Bills, Ravens, Chargers, Broncos, Seahawks, and then of course, let's go ahead and get right into it. So I want to see, how bad did Mahomes do that he went 8-9? Did he play the whole entire season? I mean, obviously I care about the Ravens because that's the team we're working on right now, but 4,500 yards, 40 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He had a pretty damn good year. And he came in second as MVP. Like, that's actually surprising. Well, that's not surprising. Lamar Jackson just putting up crazy freaking numbers every single year. That's just kind of basic for him. All right, let's see how this game goes then. Play the Chargers here. 10-7, 10-7. A lot less lopsided than last year. Okay, so they beat the Chargers 38-14. Who else won in this first round? So wild card round here, we had the Seahawks lose to the Broncos. We had the Bills beat the Giants. Okay. Cowboys beat the 49ers. We had the Dolphins beat the Jags. And the Packers beat the Raiders. All right, let's see how this divisional round goes. All right, sorry about that, guys. Again, like I said, Madden is very unreliable when you add mods to any way possible. But we have Bills, Dolphins, Super Bowl. Interesting. A Super Bowl that could never happen because of conferences. Unless they eventually do what I did here. So we have Bills, Dolphins. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? I'm going to say Bills. I think Josh Allen got it. Yup, Josh Allen has it. So our second team in our division ends up going ahead and winning the Super Bowl. So overall wise, again, like I said, not bad. The first year it's funny, right? I feel like whenever I change these divisions around, the first year it gets crazy. The second year kind of becomes more tame and becomes more logical. Because that Chiefs squad, man, they were absolutely animals. Like 15-2, and then they lose to the Ravens in the championship. It's kind of funny. But like even the second year here, all these teams that are not in the playoffs and have bad records, this isn't really illogical, any of these teams not being that good. Like, this is kind of a very logical playoff sequence here for a lot of these teams. So I feel like Madden, even if the divisions are completely changed and altered, this second year, I feel like the CPUs can somewhat put together a good enough squad to kind of go back to the status quo. But tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.